All right. Grand and glorious rising are you, Elizabeth. It is a day that the Lord has made that we have never, ever seen before. And we get to choose how we be in it. Ooh, isn't that marvelous? I think it's just marvelous. Can you just even imagine the number of do-overs that we have been graced with all the years that we have lived?
Amen.
Can
Woo.
you really?
The
This right here, you get a chance to do something over that possibly didn't turn out right yesterday, or maybe 5 years ago it didn't turn out right. You get an opportunity today, this day, for a do-over. Oh Lord, when I think about,
the goodness.
come on now, when I think about what I can do over today, a choice that I made yesterday that did not sit well with me, that I can go back and say, you know what? I didn't do that quite right. I didn't say that quite right. I didn't. Let me do it over. Ooh, baby, the grace of God is working all the time.
All the time.
All the time. And we forget and we miss those opportunities. Well, I encourage you, don't miss no more opportunities, y'all. Okay? Don't miss no more opportunities for a do-over. Okay? A do-over. It is Cinco de Mayo today.
Yay.
Woo! Yeah. Now, God, you know I love your infinite wisdom, but you can hurry this spring thing on real quick, okay? Because I'm trying to cut my heat off, all right? And I can't cut it off because it's been too cold.
And mine's still over 70. 70.
Okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
I
Michigan.
still got the electric blanket on the bed. Okay,
Yes. And on. And
and
on.
on
Yes, ma'am.
and on, baby. Woo! But praise God, we have all of those resources to keep us warm. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Thank God for DTE. Lord have mercy. I thank God for Sunbeam that you can plug up some more. Oh, I thank God. I'm telling you, I give thanks for every single thing today. Every single thing. Let's pray. Oh, glorious Savior. Help us to live in the present moment, giving our entire attention to what you are doing right now. We don't want to get worked up about what may or may not, or may not happen tomorrow. We don't want to get worked up over that, God. We don't. Yet we can confess that entrusting our tomorrows to you goes against the grain of our human nature, against our strong desire to feel in control for all of us control freaks. Okay. The truth is, the honest to God truth is, we waste a lot of time thinking about tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We have found that trying not to think about something is usually ineffective and counterproductive. So our efforts to stop thinking about the matter keeps us chained to those thoughts. Oh, but however, we can break free by focusing our attention on you and what you're doing in our lives right here and right now. You are our living Lord, and you're always doing new things. New things. All right? The main thing that keeps us chained to future thoughts is our fear of what tomorrow may bring.
Amen.
Wondering whether or not we'll be able to cope with it, whether we like it or not, whether it looks like we want it to look. Oh, but your word assures us you will help me deal with whatever hard things may come up when the time comes. So, like my grandbaby used to say to me when I looked like I was fretting. She said, don't worry about it, Fifi. Don't worry about it. I say, okay. That came from a 4-year-old baby who saw the fret in my face about something. I can't even remember what it was. But her little words say, don't worry about it, Fifi. So that's the wisdom that I place on everything in this day to day that the Lord has made, that we should be glad about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. Because we are not in control. I'm not even in control of the fact that Tupac is over there having him a moment right now, but that's all right. Me and Tupac be rolling together, okay? But God is good all the time. The God of your understanding, by all the names that God is called, all the names, all the names. You know what? God is so big and so vast that we can't contain God in a word. It is an impossibility that we can contain the power of God in one word. We call it God because what else would we call it? We know that it is one word, but oh my God, that one word is so vast and so expensive. So vast and so expensive. So on this day, Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, 2023, a day that we'll never see again. Never see again. Never see again. You get an unlimited amount of do-overs. Do something right. Do something just. Do something loving. Do something peaceful. Do something compassionate. Do something that brings honor not only to God, but to the deepest parts of who you are. Mm-hmm. Do something. Be something. Say something. Honor something. Give something. Today. But above all else, don't worry about it. A woman and Ashe.
Amen.
Don't you worry about a thing.
Don't you
worry about a thing.
Mama. Because I'll be standing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you to check me out. God say, check me out. Go ahead. Prove me.
Mm-hmm.
My promises are true. And I'd have made y'all a whole bunch of promises. Prove me. That's what God said. Go ahead, prove me. I've never been proven wrong. Can you imagine an entity, a life, or something that they have never been proven wrong? Ever, ever? Ever, ever?
Ever, never? Never,
Ever, never? Since the beginning of time? Since 1955, since I was born? Never, ever been. Okay. Now, the truth is, we may not have always agreed how God unfolded it, you know, because we keep asking God, no, don't take him away, God. I didn't say, I said I wanted you to lift everything that wasn't good for my highest and greatest good, but I didn't mean him. Okay. I didn't mean I didn't mean him, God. Okay. Why don't you just work on him while he stay here? Okay. Well, let me tell you something. It may not always look like we thought it would look for us. That's our control. That's our needing control of it. But baby, God has never proved wrong. Everybody that left up out of my life that was supposed to leave, let me tell you something, were not attached to my destiny, and God has proven that to be true. All right. So yeah, y'all, May 5th. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Woo! All right. How you do? Don't worry. Be happy. You know what? But yeah, the signs are always there. There will be a song that comes on the radio. I heard the song yesterday in the car called God's Got It. God did it again. God did it again. Okay? When I thought it was all over, the promise that God said, trust me. Yeah, God did it again. Oh my God. And so, man, I've been bumping that song for the last couple of days. God did it again. All right. So I just want to say on this day, on this glorious day, with an unsurmountable number of do-overs that we have, you know what? Do good.
Mm-hmm.
Do good. Yeah. Do good. Hello, are you Elizabeth? Woo!
I'm
Grand
excited. How
Rising.
about you? I'm
Hey,
excited.
I came
hey,
in
hey.
perfect time. I'm like, woo,
Woo!
I'm on fire now.
Oh man. Yes, 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 yes. Do you ladies
Oh, yeah.
realize that next 1 week from today, we will be at the facility preparing for our guests to come in?
Mm. Yeah.
From
It's
today,
one,
All right.
it's next Friday.
which is my birthday.
Yes, yes.
Ooh, happy birthday.
Hey. All right.
What a good day to start. What a good day to start.
Yeah.
Right,
Miss Lolly.
what's up, Webwana? What's up,
What's
girl?
up?
Hello and Grand Rising.
Girl, rising, pretty. You know, when you go down to the islands, they say, "Hey, pretty lady.
They do.
Hey, pretty
Lady,
lady.
come over
Hey,
here, lady.
come over here, pretty lady."
I guess I gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get that accent in there. Pretty
Oh,
lady.
yeah, there you go. Yes.
Well, you know
Good
what?
morning, ladies. And what can I do today?
Yeah,
What can I
Yes.
do?
before we
help
go
you today?
anywhere else, let me introduce my new friend, my new Elizabeth, who is pregnant with a million things. And she's brand new, so I'm gonna allow her to talk about what she does, because she's one that just is popping on in with the conversation. So we might as well get her in here. We'll give her the time a little later, but because we're doing, yakking right now, I want you all to meet Diva D. It's D Coates. We call her Diva D. I'm going to change her name on here and call her Diva D. And she has a radio show, and she is worldwide. They call her Diva D Worldwide, because
Mm.
much to just contain in one little city of Detroit. She gotta go
Come
all
on
over.
now. Come on now. All right. Okay.
So, as she has already done, just join on in as we do our little get started, chit chat, share, and all of that. And she will tell you more of what she does. And then we'll get back. We'll get to that. I just want to open it up so everybody know who Diva D is. And let's keep talking. Go ahead.
Miss Lolly, what you got for us today, Miss Lolly?
Well, to be honest, I don't have very much to offer today. Just simply because this has been a very trying but exciting week for me and finishing up my degree program. But I will say that I've been reevaluating what love looks like.
All right now.
Yeah.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
Yeah, let me put my seat. Let me put my
yeah, hold on to your seats, y'all.
We got
All
young
right,
love. Young love is talking now.
Okay.
Oh goodness. No, but I've really been reassessing that and also reevaluating what it looks like to be a woman, what it looks like to appreciate men. And it's been a challenge because I'll preface this with saying, for me growing up, I grew up pretty much in a single family household. My mama took care of me. My dad exists. He lives. He loves me. He's around, but just wasn't hands-on at all. Wasn't in the house. It just wasn't like that. And the relationship that I have with him is very it's not very strong. It's not as strong as it could be.
Mhm.
And that definitely had an effect on how I viewed the people around me. But then I realized that I carried a lot of my mother's trauma as well. And so the relationships that I had, that I have with men is like, I have to love you from afar. Gotta love, don't stay out my box. Stay. I can't, it's weird when men are around me, I'm uncomfortable, I'm scared, I'm fearful, or like I feel like I have to super duper show my dominance. Like I got myself, I have to really be like, oh, I'm full feminist type thing. And then I had to think about, historically speaking, you're talking about like the feminist movement, and people talk about feminism and womenism. And, Black women never had really the ability to just chill and be at home and be catered to. So a lot of the feminist movement was this fight to be able to have like this gender equality and everything. And it was a lot of anger and aggression towards men, understandably. But it was not really a Black woman's movement in its entirety, because that wasn't our story. We always had to be on the side of men, always had to be working with men, always had to be a part of this movement of our people. And so I find that over time, this feminist movement has, developed these ideas that women don't need men, that we don't have to have them around, that we can do everything a man can do. And in truth, as strong and powerful and beautiful and wise and intelligent as we are, it's not true.
Because I don't want to. Okay, that's the first thing. I don't want to. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point. I'm like, wait a
Okay.
second. Like, life is not easy. But there's a reason for that balance of man and woman, and especially Black man and Black woman. There's a reason that there's that balance in there. And even when we're thinking about like the Ankh and how it's presented, you have the woman and the manhood together. It's a whole full functioning circle of life. And so thinking that I have to consistently isolate myself and push myself and prove myself all the time is tiring, and is not actually developing the understanding that, in life, I do need the men around. And unfortunately, I haven't always had the most wonderful examples of men, even though I do have some wonderful examples that live further away, which I said, that goes back into my mother's trauma thing, the better connection I had with the men, the further the way they were. But I was listening to an audio book, which I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the physical book as well, by Bell Hooks. And it was The Will to Change. What is it? Men, Masculinity, The Will to Change, Men, Masculinity, and Love. And Love. And I was listening to the first, like the preface and like the first chapter. And it's interesting because we live in a society that where we feel like, so women need to be empowered, but not taking into account the male perspective is not actually going to help us be more empowered. It's just going to help us ignore the fact that men are there, that men exist, and that we actually need them. And so we have to take into account, how can we show love in a way that it breaks those barriers of life and breaks those constructs of this man has to be super duper like, aggressive and all of the things that scare us and push us away from men. How can we pour enough love so that we can break that, so that we can really show that not only are we able to be independent and able to do our own thing, but we also understand you, man. We also understand your importance for our lives. We also understand that there's a symbiosis here and that we need each other. We also have this. And so I've been breaking through that in the relationships I have with the people around me. and realizing like I can often be so uptight around men, and it's like if I'm that way, then they can't express themselves either. So I'm in the space of figuring out what love looks like in a way that's still protective to me, but that shows that I am willing to stand next to you. I'm willing to stand next to you as a man and understand what you have to offer, understand what I have to offer, and then learn together how to create this environment where we can continue that. And then, of course, that'll help to grow and push the Black community even further. But that's where I'm at. And I wanted to share that because I just think it's something that we don't always talk about, but it's so necessary because it's an everyday process, learning how to engage with men in a way that's helpful for the both of us. So, yeah.
I want to,
Wow.
that's a lot. That's a
Yeah.
lot. I want to, woo, that's a lot to unpack. But this is where I want to start. I heard you say the experience that you want of love, working together with men and, and then you said, but, okay. So there's two things I want us to entertain. But means a belief under transition.
Mm-hmm.
That means whatever you just said, that means it's about to be transformed into something else. The first thought is what you desired, but now it's about to be transformed into something else. All right. As opposed to, and this is an offering, using and. Because right after that, you had an awesome vision of what it could be. All right. So don't say but, because you negate what you just said. So add the conjunction and to it. And means another new decision. Okay. That is the transition that you want to create. I know, this is how it has been, or I know that this is what I desire and but, there ain't no good men out there, whatever. You can have that vision and hold that vision of what it has or has not been for you. And this is what I desire. Mm-hmm. So now you're transitioning into what you had not been experiencing to the desire. Okay. Because if we say, but, it cuts us off. It cuts us off. So, but means belief under transition. That means I'm about to transition what I just said. And then create an experience of it that I may not want. Mm-hmm. Now, Anne says, another new decision. So this is what it has been, and now this is what I'm choosing. You get it? Does it make sense?
Oh yeah, I wrote that down.
Okay.
I did
okay. Yeah. Yeah. And see, that helped me a lot because I was always like, I was like you, like I had beautiful examples of my uncles and my dad, and I was a daddy's girl, and I mean to the end, baby. That's not to say that my dad didn't, did everything that I thought was right, no, but who does? Okay. But he was present. See, your dad hasn't been present. He's there, he's there, but he hasn't been present. Okay. And so because of that experience that you have had with your dad, it has formed, how you think, feel, interact with these male species, right? But we have to remember as women that we can't judge all men by the few. Okay. And if we use the powers that God gave us, power of choice, the power of wisdom, the power of faith, the power of love, that if we use these God-given powers and the power of discernment, just give it time. Look at a situation. Oftentimes we move too fast into things. We don't even give ourselves the opportunity to see what is not there, or to see what's there, and then we ignore it. You know, we allow people to push us into situations before their time. Okay. And so as women, we must be more discerning. Just sit back, take a look, ask some questions, be inquiring. You know, when people ask me, you sure ask a lot of questions, I say, you're damn right. Because I'm looking for some answers.
Come on now.
Okay, we got to ask some questions. And if you have somebody you ask a lot of questions and there is something there within them that probably needs to be revealed, and it won't be revealed until you 10, 12 years down the road with them. And now here you got a situation where, no, no, be more discerning.
That is so true. So
Yeah,
true.
come
So
on.
true. I just
Yeah.
want that to echo out into the universe, because I come from a large family, and there were some traumas that as sisters, if we had sat in together,
Yes.
we could have overcome, but we
Yeah.
were looking outside of ourselves. And that was more trauma. But I just don't want to get away from what you're sharing. Oh my,
Yeah.
it's wonderful, true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so to the youngins, the 20 somethings, the 30 somethings, because we have a responsibility. We did it with our rites of passage. The 30s has a responsibility to the 20s. The 20s have the 40s have a responsibility to the 30s. We have a responsibility. And at Wanda, you're so true. We keep things so closed in that, those family secrets, and they're killing us. They are literally strangling the life out of us, because now, let me say this. We're not the only race of people that do this, but Black people, we don't be out there. We don't be out there in the street telling our business. Okay, well, we don't have to be out there in the street telling our business, but every niece need to know that Uncle Larry is a pedophile.
Listen, tell
Okay?
the truth, sound the alarm.
Sound the alarm. And so then we are raising a generation of young women who are, and I don't want to claim damaged, that have this distorted view of family, of men.
Walking in trauma.
There you go, right there. Walking in trauma.
Unprotected and unwarned.
Absolutely.
I sounded the alarm. And
Yes.
it is not always received well.
It's
When
not.
you do that. But I thank God for Jesus. Listen, the courage, because to be in relationship with the Holy Spirit at such a young age, I didn't know, it didn't look like what I was feeling, and I had to tell it. And listen, as tall as I was, it was just so interesting to see. In my mind's eyes, I go back. I didn't have to yell. I didn't have to kick, but I did have to stand.
Yes.
And it was not always comfortable. You two ladies are just sharing some wisdom right now, and it's resonating so strongly within. I had to stand, and even when folks didn't want to believe you, I thank God for the courage, for the unctioning to keep saying, listen. And a lot of times, the people, trauma doesn't always have to feel bad, the people that you're sharing. And that was the thing that was revealed to me, because I'm protected, but I know, because I can see, or was just on the precipice of And so sharing that, people want to shut it down. So
Yes.
I'm like, and just continue. But and it, as it was ministered out to me, it's like some people, because it wasn't necessarily to them a painful experience on the surface, but it was damaging. Trust is stolen. You just unprotected, and people don't necessarily connect the same way you do. So they want to keep it quiet. Well, I survived it. You know, some of them may be thinking, but just because you walked a certain walk does not mean that others are supposed to be or should be exposed the same. So there's a lot of holding on to, but encouraging and raising children to talk and to tell, you know, and the old untrusted uncle wasn't just looking for little girls, you know.
Okay. Yes.
So people, I feel so ashamed when they don't have to walk in it. You were the child in that situation, and it's just not yours to carry.
Yeah.
But because of the secrets, you know, when those stores close over, not necessarily heal, but they have all kind of stuff up under the surface, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's called scar tissue.
come on.
It's called scar tissue. It's underneath the surface. You know, when you see scar tissue, you've been cut, you may see just a little mark under here, but underneath that, there's a hardness. You ever felt a wound that you got or whatever it is, and underneath it is a hardness that you feel? That's scar tissue. And in that scar tissue is all of the, every experience of the breach and trust, it's all there. It's all there underneath the surface. And you know what? We look real good in our trauma.
Okay.
We go get us some hair.
Dress it up.
We got our makeup. We going to get, baby, we are beautiful. We are beautiful in all our expressions out here. And as you just stated, we are walking wounded, walking in trauma, walking in trauma. You know, Lolly, your dad may not have been an abuser. He wasn't an abuser. He just wasn't there for you. He wasn't there. And guess what? Oh, it's his loss. It's his loss, those times that he missed out on such a creature as yourself.
Who's teaching these men how to be present?
Baby, come on now. Who's teaching? What did his daddy teach him?
That's what the Holy Spirit taught me.
Right.
You know?
What did his daddy, what did his mama teach him? Now, clearly, women, we cannot teach men how to be men.
Right.
We can teach them how to be compassionate.
Yes.
We can teach them how to be loving. We can show them that. There are things we can't teach them. Yes. We can't teach them how to be men. All right. So it's our responsibility to bring in those people who can give that aspect of manhood to show him how it's done. We can teach them how to be nice people, how to say, yes, ma'am, thank you, ma'am. And we can teach them how to do that. We can teach them how to do that. So let me apologize for all of the grown-ups that didn't get what they were supposed to get.
Amen.
Let me apologize to the men and the women who don't have it to give today because they didn't get it.
Amen.
That they didn't get it. Let me apologize.
Yeah.
To all of the babies that felt they were slighted, that they didn't get the mama or the daddy that they were supposed to have. Let me apologize. But there is a ram in the bush. Because whatever you didn't or did not get, you can acquire it with your realization that you are a child of God and that you are endowed with an inheritance. And there is a God that can set up a set of circumstances that'll give you everything you need when you need it.
Glory to God.
So let me apologize. From one who had a daddy and a mom, let me apologize. Let me apologize. And I just want to say, They did the best they knew how to do.
That was it.
They did the best they knew how to do with what they had.
With what they had.
They did the best they knew how to do. And I'm not saying this to shock anybody. And a lot of times it was fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For a lot of people, what the best that they could do was fucked up.
Truly.
Okay?
Right, right.
It really was.
Yeah. You know, Danny, when Bishop Jake, TD Jakes, when he came out with and I see you, Lakeisha, when he came out with Woman Thou Art Loosed,
Mm-hmm.
and all that he was saying was what women have been saying forever, but it did take a man to acknowledge and apologize.
Yes.
You know, like you said, I had a mama and a daddy.
I had a mom and daddy.
I apologize to those who didn't get to experience what I experienced and stuff.
Yes.
But it did take that. Lakeisha, go ahead, baby.
Hey, Lakeisha.
Hi. All right, so this Lolly, that was really deep.
Yes.
You know what you said.
Lolly always be starting trouble and opening up the camera.
I know, right?
Lolly always be on that tip, okay?
You see how she just sitting back watching.
Yeah, sitting back, go ahead, right.
Go ahead, Lakeisha.
All right, and so Mama Danny had mentioned that, you know, we have a responsibility for these young girls. So it made me, listening to Lolly, it just brought up a lot of emotions, because as a young girl, like, I've always tried to live my life right. Like my aunt just, you know, I always tried to treat people right, always tried to do the right thing. And I always like looked at older people. Like I've always looked at older people and tried to, if I see things that didn't go right, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to happen to me. But as a young girl being married, and I looked up to these church women, these church people, I feel like listening to them to a point made me took almost 5 years of my life, right? Because listen to the older women, oh, you married, oh, you know, do you remember your vows? You have children, you are being selfish because you got to think about your kids. And one lady said, baby, if you're going to leave a man every time he cheat on you, then you're going to end up by yourself. So that always played in my mind, like if you leave a man every time he cheat on you, you're going to be by yourself. So I spent not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, not 4 years, 5 years of unhappiness in a marriage. And I just, in my heart, it's like, I know God don't want me to be unhappy. Like, I feel like I deserve better. Like, why should I spend this? I deserve better. Like, I feel like I deserve better. Yeah, I know my vows, but I feel like I deserve better. And this is not what God wants for me. He wants me to be happy and loving. And, you know, until I read this book called Your Wife Is Not Your Mama. This guy, I was at Ford Motor Company doing as a tech, and they used to give like Bible study at work. And he said, I wished I would have read this book before I got married. So I listened to that. I didn't think nothing of it, but I am very inquisitive. I believe that things don't just be said. It's meant for you to hear. A conversation is meant for you to hear. So another guy had talked about this book called Your Wife Is Not Your Mama. He said the same thing. I wish I would have read this book before I got married. So of course, I went and found the book. And once I read the book, it's very biblical, but it also shows you how a man is supposed to treat a woman on a biblical level, spiritual level. Once I did that, then I freed myself, and I have been so happy. Like it just was like a relief off of my shoulder, but listen to older people in the church. I just don't feel like they really gave me the best advice. And for you saying that we have a responsibility for these young girls, I feel like, we do, because, you want to do the right thing. I do love my children. I do want to keep them that guy. I do, but at the same
But the issue wasn't
be the best woman you can be.
Yeah.
If you're not happy, you say, how can you be the best woman you can be when you got all this chaos in your life? I feel like I couldn't be the best woman to be and really soar in an unhappy marriage and an unhappy space. So Lily, and so from there, I've always, you kind of put a shield up a little bit, because you don't want to be, hurt, but how do you kind of move past it, and then it's about what you attract, you got that attraction, if you've never been into a faithful relationship, what are you attracting? So you just have a lot to kind of soar and,
Sort out. Sort it out.
But you know what, Lakeisha? I heard you say the other thing that we need to be mindful of is good counsel. Is good counsel. See, the ladies in the church was talking about, did you remember your vows, whatever it is? Your vows wasn't the issue. Did he remember his?
He remember his.
That was the issue. Okay? So we have to get good counsel, and when somebody is telling you something, in your heart and that don't even sound right. Then you just say, oh, okay, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Okay.
But you want to do the right thing. You do want, I've always want to live my life right, really do the right thing, do the best thing for my family.
Yeah. But God, and you have to
staying together in a loveless, in a non-respect. See, what we want is a mutually loving, mutually respectful relationship with another being, so that together we come together to show our children, our community, and the world what it can look like. But see, you need another person. Did I say mutual? You need the other person to be on the same page with that so it can happen. And when it's not happened, can you imagine? You just stayed 5 years. Let me tell you something about the women that stayed 65 years. 50 years. Constantly being berated and beaten and broke down. Maybe not physically, but mentally. They have verbal abuse.
Worn down.
And then we call ourselves staying for the sake of the children. And then we're raising sons that become abusers too, because that's what they saw.
Firsthand, they were being trained up to, that's what they were learning. That's what they were learning. And that's we were walking in that, and we should have been freed from it. And I remember being in the church and saying, when you all meet God, see what the relationship I had with God was something that the church could never teach me. However, the verbiage that they were using, it had to be something different. When I discovered that they were playing about something that I knew, I say, when y'all meet God, y'all gonna be real mad, really angry with yourselves, because the things that I saw and the truths that I had to speak to, the women that walked in that taught women to suffer. And but there's another side to that. I used to say, Big Mama didn't have a coffee clutch. See, she didn't have a bunch of girlfriends. Some of them didn't even have a phone, y'all. But she had a direct line. She had a direct line. She could call on and be nurtured, and then she could nurture out. But you said it, that wise counsel. Wise counsel. And if it's not resonating within your being, and your heart is still panging, then you have some things to evaluate, and you are responsible for that. You are you and your relationship with the Creator. And lastly, Lala, you've created some beautiful thought processes. Keep inquiring, because your heart wants to know and needs to know. And so many of us don't ask questions. We're confused. You know, we know things don't fit, they don't sit, and we continue to walk in it because it's tradition. And
Yeah.
that doesn't make it so. Just make it right, rather. A long history of a thing doesn't make it necessary for you to continue in it.
Yeah. You
One,
know, I thank you, Lakeisha, for that. And Edwana, I thank you. You know, the what I want us to get is there's a distinct difference between religion and spirituality. You know, now I can be spiritual and be in the church. I can do that. But see, religion is a set of rules and regulations constructed for control. That's what religion is. If you're Catholic, you got to do it like this. If you're Protestant, you got to do it like this. If you're da 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 da, you got to do it like this. Da 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 da. However, spirituality is God's calling on my life.
That's right.
And if I never set foot in another church in my life, I'm good. Because as Edwana said, we have to develop our relationship with the Holy Spirit. Aside from being Baptist, Catholic, Protestant, but Buddha, whatever. We have to set up our own spiritual relationship, our connection with God. And then let that direct us to where we desire to be. But religion is set up for control. Let's be real clear about it. In all of its beauty, there are certain religions and practices that are absolutely exquisite. Buddhism, absolutely exquisite. Okay? They are. But they are set up with a set of rules and regulations that you must follow if you want to stay there. If you want to practice that. My spirituality goes everywhere with me, no matter where I go. Knowing that I can worship God at any moment, at any time, in the midst of traffic, at the club, baby, I can call on the Spirit of God any and everywhere. I ain't got to wait till Sunday. I ain't got to wait until y'all drinking juice and chomping on wafers. I ain't got to wait for that. Really? Just by the fact that I'm breathing. Lets me know I got a connection. Now, how I express that, how I move in that, how I be that, that's on me. Not nothing that's set up by, and then these religions are the Catholic Church. And I'm not disparaging anybody who's Catholic or whatever it is. I'm just saying the biggest bunch of hypocrites, how the priests and the pastors that have molested children and they just keep moving them from one space to another, hoping that they get better. Hoping that ain't nobody heard the story over there. Well, let's send them across the country because they didn't hear, they didn't. Come on, y'all. It's for control. But your spirituality is God's calling on your life.
We have Danielle's hand up, and at 9 o'clock we're going to bring our DVD on. And
Grand
Rising, Danielle.
Grand Rising, Rev. I came in at the right time. An excellent reminder about the difference between spirituality and religion. I recently had, which I blocked him because I'm like, okay, you're just not getting that I'm not conforming to your ideas or whatever. I had somebody on TikTok constantly throw God onto the comments of some of my videos, and I don't talk, I mean, I talk about spirituality, but I don't talk about it that much. I'm talking about health, wellness, and everything else. And this is an older gentleman who thought that this was his way of trying to woo me, but he was like, well, you got to get right with God, and you need to do this. And I'm like, sir, I'm more spiritual than I am religious, and this is my business. I need you to stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he was like, but I'm trying to save you. It's like, I don't need saving. Not from you. I'm good. And then he was like, one of the videos, he was like, I love you. I don't want you to go to hell. I was like, okay, I got a man who loves me. I got God who loves me, my ancestors, my Orishas. I got a lot of people that love me. I don't need you to love me. I need you to go somewhere. Take that somewhere else. And he kept giving me Timothy 2, 1 Timothy 2:5 to read and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, dude, like, no. And that's that control. Like, you trying to control me. I don't even know who the hell you are, but you trying to control me already to conform to whatever ideal you have in your. And finally, when he said, I don't want you to go to hell, I was like, hell is a construct. There are people living hell on earth
right now. Right now.
There's people that's living hell in their heads. They got so far. I have an aunt that's so far detached from reality, 16 years of depression. She's living hell in her head right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that fear, first of all, that I'm well over that fear of religion that they try to use to control you. I'm over it. You can't put fear inside of me to make me move to do anything. And my relationship with God is my relationship with God. It's totally different than yours. It's different than Sheila's. Mm-hmm. However we choose to commune and worship and listen, that's how we do it. I can't sit here and tell you what you're doing is wrong, because that's what's working for you. I have to focus on me. If more people just focused on them and their relationship with God, we would be in a so much better place.
All right.
I just had to.
Thank you,
Danielle.
Lolly, did that help you? You got a lot of little sermonettes going on here.
You got a lot of ideas that all come together. I piece all the things together anyway. Okay. So yes. Yeah, thank you.
And see, the simple definition of love in 2 minutes is the manifestation and the expression of all that is good. Mm-hmm. So if you can hold each individual to that, the manifestation means that you've manifested it within yourself. And then now that you can express it, and then you can offer it to others. Know what you want. And so that when you see it, you say, wow, okay, they're expressing a desire that I have. A lot of times our insides are not developed enough to even be in relationship right now. Recognize that too. Recognize that, you know what, I'm hurting right now. So I don't want to be in a relationship that I would probably inflict this hurt on someone else. Okay. So there are a lot of things that we have to think about, So when you vibrating, and this, when you vibrating on that thing of love or whatever it is, that's what you'll attract.
Mm-hmm. Know your standard and set a standard, and clearly communicate it.
Yeah. So
sorry.
All right. Sorry. All right, Queen. It's a hug for you, Lolly.
That was for Lakeisha's son, who always comes in and gives her a hug.
Oh, I missed him. I wasn't looking. I was looking down at Lolly.
That was perfect. I just gotta throw this in there. That was perfect because people talk about symbolism and just the way that things happen. Yes, come on, everybody. No, I really love that. And regardless of the type of relationship that we have with men, it's so important that it exists. And so as we're learning, if we can embrace that, that's beautiful. So I appreciated that moment right now.
Yeah.
And the other thing here, and then turn it over to my new best friend, is that women, though raising a child, a man, a young man to a young boy to a man, but we still have a great responsibility and an ability, because of who we are, because of our sexuality, because of our sensuousness, is that we can, when a man comes around, we can show them and tell them how they are to treat us.
Yes.
We can tell them that, you know,
if we know ourselves.
That gets back to the,
what you say, Lolly?
When we know ourselves.
Yeah.
When we know ourselves.
There's a sister who came to my class from Nigeria. And my son and her, he kind of took care of her, taking her to because she stayed here for 6 months. And so they became, they had a relationship. Now, sister is like a princess to there. She didn't come in like that. She just came in, you know, but in the way that I saw him take care of her was different than any relationship that I have seen him with, because she demanded certain things and that's what he gave her, you see. So we can then, it's, you know, like, you don't do certain things around me, or I like this and I like that. We have to do more of that in getting a young man to be who we would not just like them to be, but whatever they're coming with, you want everybody to come to you like that. Not just because he's him, but everybody to treat you a certain way. And that's that way that we have to make that stand to have it happen. And then we deal with all of our trauma, you know, as we're going along. But from this moment on, I want you, my friends and my men and my friends, to treat me as such, and then make sure you're doing the same thing to yourself, that you're showing that, because then they know what to do, because you're representing. Diva D. I want you to chime on in, because she is not a shy woman. She's not. She's definitely an Elizabeth, full of she's pregnant with everything. They call her Diva D worldwide because she's on a radio station and she's worldwide. So what Danielle and we went to her show. Was that Wednesday?
Yes, ma'am.
Wednesday?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And they are a ball of energy. I thought one of them, they said they was coming on with you, girl. What it is.
Sleep.
Tell us about you, Diva D.
Good morning and grand rising, my queens. I am Diva D Worldwide. I am a TV and radio host.
Okay.
And right. And I own show. Oh goodness. I hold my gotta call it. Who know I'm up this time of morning? That was my boo. So I got excited right there, and I was like, okay, ladies.
Go on, girl. Yes.
Okay. So I host the show every Wednesday, and it's a 2-hour show. And the theme of my show is regular people doing amazing things.
Hey.
And we have a ball doing whatever the theme is. And so if anyone have products that they want to advertise, if you have, all right, I see you, okay. And we can, in fact, we could take this whole show and put it on. Everybody just go right
on over there.
On Wednesday, we're with you, and on Friday, they're with us.
Right. But I have a good time. I'm a published author, and I am celebrating my 2-year anniversary in broadcasting and journalists. And on next Friday is my birthday. And also this Saturday, I am in a comedy tour, and it's called Yo Mama Comedy Tour, and a headline. So, and
we have to tour because we need to put that in there because we may have people in places. We need to send them out there to see you.
It's in Focus Hope. You want me to put it in the chat room?
Put it in the chat.
I was
Yes.
just finna say that. The guy named Sean been advertising it like crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be a vendor, but just too much. When you said, I was like, is that the same one? I was trying to look it up now until you said it's in the Focus Hope.
Well, if you have time, come on over and be a vendor. Anybody, if you don't have enough products or whatever, two queens could take that table and vendor on. Yes, absolutely. We welcome you.
How much is the vending, Diva?
$45.
$45. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you were there? Are you gonna be there?
I've been vendoring like all week, and I kind of feel like I need a break. And it's in the evening, and I wanted somebody to be with me, because I have a lot of stuff. So I wanted somebody to be with me, and the person didn't confirm whether or not they would, be with me because it's in the evening. So I don't, like to be handling all of those things by myself in the evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing that, and also in probably the next 2 months or so, you'll see me across the big screen, and that's going to be really exciting. I'm being in Detroit Cable Connection, and that'll be on Tubi, but the premiere will be at the Bel Air Theater on 8 Mile and Van Dyke. Because
when is that?
When's the premiere?
Months. We just finished filming that, so he's editing that.
Okay.
And I will, of course, I will bring all of that information back to you.
Yeah. Diva D, where's the picture of your book?
My book?
Yeah.
Where the picture of my book? I think did I send it to you?
No.
How do I get it? How do I get it to you?
Do you have a physical picture? I mean, of the book with you right there, right in there?
Of course.
Show
of course. Hold, please.
Okay, hold.
Hey, let me put this
on pause.
Yeah, but I want to put in the chat room as instructed.
Yes.
Chat. Okay. Focus Hope. Okay.
Do you have a website?
Mama Comedy. Hold on just a second.
Yo mama.
Yeah, yo mama.
Yo mama. my cousin used to say, he said, my mama said. And he would be at the shop and everything he would say, he would come over and he'd say, well, my mama said.
My mama said.
Big giant, big giant guy always talking about, my mama said.
And see, it's funny you would say that because honestly, I know a gentleman. He's taller than 6'5". Mm-hmm. He's a really big fellow. And everything then he had a very high pitched voice, and he would say, my grandmama said, and it would be, my grandmama said, and he would pepper the whole conversation. That was interesting. That one specific thing that you said, my mom. Oh my gosh.
Now Diva D put in that it's a Focus Hope. Is it this Friday? Is it Saturday? When is it?
Saturday.
So tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. It's not tonight, it's tomorrow. Okay.
We need a good laugh.
Yes. I'm telling you. Yeah, we do.
How much are the tickets, Diva?
They're $30. She put it up, and the doors open at 7 and the show is at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do need a good laugh,
Mm-hmm. Where the vendors are, will they be able to see the show? Do you know?
She's out of range.
Focus Hope is really a nice facility. I didn't even think about that for the Elizabeth. I didn't even think about Focus Hope.
Where is that located?
Plenty on Oakland Boulevard, plenty of parking, you know.
Parking, the facility,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Yeah.
well kept.
Yeah.
And the price is not, it's for the community. So they don't have a price where you can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, my queens. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah, Diva, will the vendors be in where the comedy is, where the show is, or outside?
I don't know the setup. I've never been to that venue.
Mm-hmm.
Typically you outside. Typically you outside.
Yeah.
But he advertises very, very well. Like the last time I went to his comedy this year, we did very well.
Mm-hmm.
He really promotes, so it really would be worth it. It really would be worth it.
Lakeisha, I'm a consider, and then you can consider as well that I just come down there just to help you, and I can just bring the flyers and promote next week.
Okay, and I can help you promote for Elizabeth. I can help you promote. I'm doing it anyway. I'm promoting everywhere I go. So yeah. Okay, I'll call them.
Okay, so go ahead, Diva, and show us your book. I'm gonna put you back in on the
You so I can see you.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, turn it around a little bit, and yeah, unlock. Go
Closer.
ahead.
There we go.
Unlock your hidden treasure. It's time to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Where people better get their sunglasses.
May I take about a minute and a half to read the beginning of it?
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Okay. My chapter is called Nothing Personal, but I'm a Eurostar. Life is like a train. Nothing personal, but I'm a Eurostar. Just know that the people getting off are more of a reflection on them than on you. There will be few people in your life who will make the whole trip with you, believe in you, accept human, and that mistakes will be made along the way. You will get to your desired destination together, no matter what. Be very grateful for the people and be very wary of people sneaking on at certain stops when things are going good and acting been there the whole. They will be the first to depart. There will always be a chance that the train will derail. If that happens, it will hurt for a long time. But there will be people who will appear out of nowhere to get you back on track. Be for those who get on at the worst times when no one else is there. Eventually, your train will get to its final stop and you will need to deboard. At that time, realize that life is about the journey and the destination. Know and have faith that at the end of your ride, your train will have the right passengers on board, and all the passengers who were on board at one time or another were there for a distinct purpose. Enjoy the ride.
I love that.
Yes.
Hey, there's my sister, Stacy. That's my little sister.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. And this is an anthology, and it has 10 of the spectacular queens in this book. It is awesome. Do not buy this book from Amazon. Please buy it from me.
Yes.
Amazon does not give us anything.
Mm-hmm.
Unmute yourself because I didn't hear you, Mama. Mama H.
I just said that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So when you write your book, you can put it on Amazon to get the ratings for it to be the number seller, so they know that it's out there. But then, then pull it back and say, set up book signings and book launches, and go in your libraries, go in your church, and do vendors and sell your. Do not let Amazon, because they will get like your book is $20. They'll send you $2. So that's not even going to clear it, your cost for you getting it from
printing it. Yeah.
So please put where we can get a copy in the chat. I'd love to have a copy of that.
Oh, an autographed copy.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So will your books be at the events Saturday?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yes, they sure will. Okay,
and then make sure you at the you're coming through next week, right? On your birthday, at least on your birthday.
Of course. I'm gonna do my. Okay, wait. Let me put my phone number down here: 313-719-5111. And all right. Okay.
Grand Rising, Stacy, can you pop in so we can see who you are?
Okay, give me 1 second.
She is so beautiful. That's my baby sister. We have been sisters of the heart. See that smile. See that smile.
Yeah, beautiful afro.
Yeah.
I do natural hair, so when
I've met you before.
You have?
I've met you, yes.
Was I on my best behavior?
Yes, you were.
Okay.
And thank you, Queen. Thank you for allowing me that time to shine.
Girl, you can still shine some more.
Yeah.
Everybody just jump in and shine. Shine, shine.
Well, if I may give a little detail about my chapter.
I would like you to, yeah.
Okay. Well, it tells the story of me and two of my high school friends. And we've been for almost 50 years. And I reference trains because that's how we move in life. Is, what part of the train that you are. Are you the caboose? Are you a passenger? Do you just be asleep and unaware of your surroundings? So my first girlfriend, her name is Deborah, and I use actual names and actual people. She's a teacher in the Detroit public schools, and she has about 5 degrees, and she's much higher. She's the smartest of us, but she moves like a choo-choo train, just chugging along, chugging along. And we can sometimes, that's it. And sometimes we said, Deborah, come on. She go, I'll be there. I'll just go.
You know why? Because the heaviness of what's up here, she's got to filter everything through all of those 5 degrees before
process it on how she because this testing her, and now she got to go back and she got to throw out all them degrees and go hood on this because we Mac and B-Wig, baby. Oh.
Okay, come on now.
So my girlfriend Anda, and she's Amtrak train. Okay, yeah, steady as she goes, but she would get derailed and jumped. If, if she, wait, you got, Mama, Dad, you got to when she get ready, now you see, come to the comedy show. Come to the comedy show Saturday.
Oh,
And she is an Amtrak. She will get you there eventually, but you'll be looking down the track for her, and you go, "Where is that? It's supposed to be there. What time is it?" Okay, that's because she done went and saw a special at the hair store, and now she in shopping. She down. That's you. She done got derailed. She done jumped off the track. Sometimes she go backwards on the track. You ever been sitting crashing and you at that rail and the train go down 8 miles, like, and it goes down, and you be waiting and then you go, and then all of a sudden it backs up and goes back up. And it backs up. And that's my girlfriend. That's her. She's and then there's the Eurostar. The Eurostar is the fastest moving train in the world. It is able to climb through mountains and bridges, and it even goes underwater.
come on.
Here, and here.
That's right. Thoroughly adaptable to any circumstance.
Very fastly. And that is me. The Euro.
Miss Diva, you're gonna have our abs tight after we get done today. We're gonna have our abs tight.
Oh God.
So Diva, how did you get into radio TV? I mean, tell us about your I know you're only 25 years old. Could you tell us about the other 20 years?
Praise God. Praise God. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Well, oh, glory. Well, I'm a great public school graduate, and I am also a graduate of Wayne State Labor School. And then I went to work at the telephone company, and that became enslaved. I was enslaved to my husband. I was enslaved to my children. But in that enslavement, I am a political and a community activist. And being a union steward for over 40 years, that allowed me to those battles.
Amen.
I retired in 2010 after 30 years. I came out in full retirement, and on next week I'll be 64.
Come on, girl.
And I'm a TikTok queen.
Oh Lord, that's Danielle's baby right there. You're on TikTok a lot, aren't you, Mama Het? You do TikTok? No, it's another one.
I don't think yet. I didn't join Tickety Talk yet.
You got your hand up, baby. Go ahead and talk, Mama Het. No, you can go ahead and talk.
Greetings of Sister Taurus, May Taurus. Greetings. I'm the 14th. I'll be 58. I wanted to ask you, as a youth, do you see the things that got you in trouble being your career now? What did you get? What? Come on, tell it. Come on, tell the story.
Absolutely. The fact that all in school I got A's. Now, do y'all remember that you got citizenship? 1, 3?
Come on now.
Okay, I got an A3 in every subject. In algebra 1 or 2 or geometry, the lady put on my report card A, and she put a 4 and circled it. I want to see your mama right now. Oh, she's smart. She's very smart, but she talk too damn much.
I know.
That's you too, Lolly.
I got in trouble for that all the time.
And but here's how it kept going. I know that I talk. Okay, so when the key of your learning is you got to do your work, because you can't end up here talking. So I did my work. It was right, and then I talked. Now, how come I kept getting in trouble is because the person that I was talking to wasn't as smart as me.
Right.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
You were impeding their education.
So DVD, so tell me what did you pretend to play when you were little? Let's go back further. What types of things did you pretend to play, when you were little? What were your games?
Michael Jackson's wife.
It's nice to meet you, Mrs. Jackson.
I can't be mad at that because Michael Jackson was like my imaginary friend. So like just I can't be mad at that. I can't.
Wait, I wanted to break the TV so I can take the little Michael Jackson out so I can have him at my house.
Oh God.
I went to every concert in Detroit because and he was singing to me. I don't know why all those 5,000, 10,000 people were screaming. He was singing to me. So I retired from the telephone company, and I'm sitting here enjoying retirement. Then we went into COVID, and then I watched all those children, all those youth, all those adults march on the television, and they marched down the street, and they did this and they did that, and they put a rally together much faster than we could ever do, because we didn't have the cell phones. We had to do, basically go.
We had to get on the ground running.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I watched that, and then I sat there because they had a lack of wisdom. They marched with no direction. They marched and said things with a lack of intelligence. You cannot go up into Washington with your message using foul language, because they're not going to hear you. I'm not saying that you can't interject a damn here and a damn there
to emphasize.
Yes. But you can't go with a threatening attitude. And so as I sat there and I called my son and I said, son, I got to go back out there. And he said, Mama, no, you've done all that you need to do. I said, no, son, I haven't. I got to go back out there. And I got in front of the line. He said, Mama, they're getting killed. I said, yes, they are, son. Yes, they are. But if it takes my death to teach and leave a legacy of what we stand for as kings and queens, we have to take the streets back. Don't let them out there kill us. We maintain the village. This is our people. Those are our kings and queens. Those are our princesses. Those are our princes. Those are our babies. We teach them. We mold them. We got to get off of the pole, and that I mean the swinging pole, and get to the pole. and
only
get to
for exercise. Only for exercise. Use it for exercise.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh.
the call. So when I made up my mind to do that, I think my son got down on his knees and prayed. I do not want my mama out in the street, because the next call I got was, hey, we have a spot on the TV and radio for you. And I'm like, click. I hung up. They I hung up because I thought it was the wrong number. They couldn't possibly trying to take me out of retirement to do this. I'm comfortable. I like sitting on my couch. I do TikTok. Yeah. I had a ball. I do them in the house, in the backyard, in the front yard. Hit that filter. I'm in Paris. Why I want to stop doing that? But as God had it, I have the #1 TV and radio show on Vent Radio. And being a published author, this is the #1 book bestseller. And so it was kind of like God telling you to do your dream.
Yeah.
Do you? Because when you went to school, you were doing what your parents wanted you to do, get an education. Education, what you got to do with it? You got to go to work. You got to go to work to feed the family. You got to feed everybody else's dream. You got to send your kids to college or to school, whatever it is. You got to feed the kids, and you got to feed your husband. And the physical feed. I mean, you have to feed your husband, because when the world out there beat him up, you got to put him back together. You got to let him know that I stand with you, King. You got to make him feel as he is the king of your world and of this universe, because when you have that good king, that's it. Because he has to take care of you and the kids and his sister and his mama and all of that. He is, because God put him in charge of us. He is not above us. He's beside us. We are his helpmeet. And we stand back to back against the world sometimes. And when your king get at home, you're able to let him know, you can exhale now, baby, because I got you. I got you. And that night, you can love up on each other. And in the morning, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, Mama Head.
Yeah. And in the next morning, when your house arise, what they say about Proverbs 31.
All right.
That's who we are. That's who we are. And we send him back out there, baby, you go and be great. And you send your children out there. Go learn. Go learn. That's your only job. Go learn. And then you got pets in the house. They got a job too. Bark. Bark when somebody comes around. If you don't, you get kicked out too. That's your job. Then let me know that somebody's out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what Will and Jada Smith, they were saying that I think it was an interview on Oprah, and they were saying the children were working, and he said, oh no, everybody works in the house. The dog, the cat, everybody has to bring in some income into the house, you know. Right. Yeah, so right. Yeah, that just reminded me of that. Everybody, the dog, the cat, and everybody got to bring some money in, you know, some kind of way. If I guess they must have used the dogs for TV shows and trained them, right, and so that they can bring some money in the house. You know. Yeah.
Dogs can sponsor. PetSmart a sponsor. or some kind of dog food. Oh, absolutely. Everybody works in my house too.
And do you have children?
I have 3 adult children. My son is 45. My oldest girl is 40, and the baby girl that's toxic is in Texas, and she's 30.
What is it?
Toxic. Y'all, toxic is.
Okay. I thought I heard you say that. I thought you said toxic. Okay. All right. Hey, let me tell you something. It don't matter whether they blood or not. If you toxic, you toxic.
Toxic. And that was the baby that I wanted.
Mm.
And she's the mother of my only grandson.
What's her birthday, Mama?
Her birthday is 10/26. She's a Scorpio.
I knew it. It had to be the opposition. Had to be the opposition.
It's somebody always out there giving us Scorpios a bad name.
Are you a Scorpio?
She's talking about the one that came from her though.
This is hilarious. Yeah, this is so hilarious.
That's all right. She will eventually come into herself with, or not.
Right. Because she's 38. But y'all know about Paul when he said the thorn in your side.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thorn in my side.
That's the thorn. Yeah.
She's my twin. Her body makeup is just like me. I've groomed her and her nails. Everything about her, except for she went out into the street and I don't know what happened. Okay. And now she as a thug, and she don't even know how to spell that because she didn't even go to public school. So how she that way, I don't know.
She has her role to play. She has her role to play.
Yeah.
That's
yes. Yeah.
But Mama, is she? Oh, you said the streets got her, but I was gonna say, is she most like her mama or her daddy, or the time?
Actually, she's a combination of both. and I think I want to say that she's a lot like me, 80, 60, 70% like me. However, but and to let you know that I was paying attention.
I
know. So, Mama T, I got another question. What was the energy of the world when you were pregnant and carrying her?
It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I was very loved. I was very cherished.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and when I was pregnant, I was cute, and and I gained a whole lot of pounds because everybody was like, you don't do nothing. And my husband didn't let me do anything. I couldn't cook. I couldn't get a glass of water. He put me in the recliner, and it was all that. Very, very spoiled. There was no trauma with this.
How about birth?
How about
birth? I was saying, how about birth and delivery? How was that for her? For you?
Yeah, all my deliveries were trauma.
Okay.
It took 3 for her to get out of there. And I'm talking about 3 days at the hospital, not even, prior to get to the hospital.
Okay.
She wouldn't come out. And so they gave me a drug. They said, this is gonna speed up your your process, and it didn't. So they said, well, we're gonna break your water, and then she gonna come right on out. So get ready. She still didn't come out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I listen, and something so resonates with siblings. I come from a large clan, but I bet I'm wondering, she has a leadership role in some of her associates. I would imagine a lot of what you already instilled in her may not look like you expect it to look she's probably teaching a lot of people
Oh, yeah.
the spaces and educating them that she travels in.
Not yet.
So
Not yet.
She something. They learn something from. They get something.
But let me say that she is a very, very, very smart, and she did take leadership roles. At one particular time, in Myrtle Beach, she was the director of Land Bryant, and she had 5 stores. She, nice car, apartment, grandson doing well. Well, Mr. Thug came in, and she turned her life over to that.
Okay.
And then they got into a domestic relationship where she ended up in jail because she stabbed him and poured gasoline on him. My grandson to foster for a year. So yeah, she yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So we have
she
to
has.
hold her up in prayer.
absolutely.
You know what? Beat me by that much. We just hold her up in
honestly,
prayer.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Speaking
she's
I'm sorry.
in classes and whatever, and so the majority of my grandson's years has been spent in Detroit with me and my son that's here. And so maybe like a year and a half ago, he went home to be with her to help her, and we're constantly in contact. And she still has that thug mentality, which I said she went to the streets and she liked it in there. But I do have a good report with that. My grandson graduating, and he has scholarships to Texas, something, wherever he live at. So I'm very proud of him. Very, that he did not allow all of the information and education and the love and passion that me and my son put in
Poured
him.
into him.
Yeah, he didn't let his mother destroy that. So
Good morning, ladies.
Yeah, and he's 6'5", 354 pounds.
Wow, that's the grandbaby.
Wow.
He's a force to be reckoned with.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, you got it. I'm turning down another street.
Grand Risings.
Grand Rising.
Rising. Hey.
Can you show yourself so we know who we're talking to?
My name is Nigel, and I'm one of Mama Danny's goddaughters.
Yay.
And I also serve on her women's empowerment team.
Nigel, can you show yourself?
Well, if you just want me to, that's fine. This is what we
have a little vision.
Oh, you're so beautiful. So beautiful.
Bless you. You're so kind. I just remembered
just the way you are.
I love it. I just wanted to briefly join in. I'm usually
this beautiful sister. She was going to just deny us.
All right.
Yeah.
Come on, girl.
Okay.
Go on.
You all are so kind. I'm the producer of a radio show, and this is during the time that we're on air, but I've been able to show up now for these last few minutes. But as I was listening to the sister's experience of her very strong, very clear, not here for the boxes daughter, I just wanted to offer to the conversation for consideration. That she's very clear about what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do. And I just want to encourage the mother, because I have a child that has a strong spirit like that as well. The more we settle on the best parts of them and the more we hold the highest version of them in prayer and in our consciousness, the less they feel that they will have to fight to go opposite. Sometimes when we try to hold our children to whatever it is that we think, without respecting that they're here on their own soul's agenda. And it's not for me to decide what your life should look like. I was just the vessel that brought you here. But I'm learning that the more that I respect his divinity and the way that his energy flows, the less combative and the less thug life he is. Because I'm not making him wrong and judging him and, you know, saying that who he is isn't good enough and all of that. So I just want to share that from my own experience, that he has calmed down. He's no longer moving in a way that I thought he was going to be on a t-shirt, RIP. And I respect your daughter, whatever the situation was that she got old boy up off of her. So, you know, she's a fighter. I respect it. And looking at the mama's energy, it doesn't look like she fell too far from the tree. Because she's clear. She's just clear about what it is and what it ain't gonna be. So just learn to continue to love and guide her, and just speak well of her and hold the best version of her, so that whatever they're hurting from on the inside that has them acting out like that, that they're not feeling so rejected from the person that they want the most affirmation from, which is us as their mothers and their, you know, immediate community. And I found that when I got out of being afraid of him being, you know, dead and all of that, that he really has calmed himself down. And as long as God keeps waking her up, a delay is not a denial. And I just wanted to offer that for consideration. So
and that's, you know what, that's for everybody. That's for
everybody.
Whether it's our daughter, it's our friend, it's our mom, it's our parents, it's our teacher,
ourselves. Yeah.
Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
That's Reverend Nicole. Reverend Nicole.
Yeah. Because it does, it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Glad that they're in Texas, so I don't see it.
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah.
But
we
this world
still hold that sacred space for them, because these are still our babies. And if the world has them, as the praying women that we are, we just have to hold that you can't have mine. Even if you got him or her for a second, they belong over here. So we just have to hold that space. And the more that I have, especially with a male child, not micromanaged him in a way where I'm a man and all this carrying on, then he has just really calmed down and life is just easier. So, and it can be scary and challenging. So I definitely know where you're coming from. But I can only imagine that it hurts the worst, where it feels like your mama don't even understand you. So you're just really alone in the world. So the more I just listen, then he will be more receptive to the guidance that I wanted him to govern himself by. And I feel like I'm about to cry. So I just want to offer you that. So I do understand.
Way I won't be myself.
Yeah, I do understand, but just love on her and just respect that she is not here for the boxes, honey. And just try to guide that energy more constructively.
T-shirt. But you know what's funny, y'all, is that the world is so tough. You got to be something to go outside your door. Good
You
God
definitely
Almighty.
do.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
You know?
So, yes.
But I got a Scorpio moon, so I got that battle. I have that battle inside. I got my own internal battle.
See, and this child that I'm talking about, he's Gemini with a Scorpio moon. And now that I'm learning more about the Scorpios, because I'm dating a Scorpio, and baby, that's just a whole different energy. My mama Danni is a calmer version, but that masculine energy and all that, and that death and that destruction and that vengeance, oh, it's real scary.
We're gonna tear it down. We're gonna tear it down. You know you're strong if it get tore down, and I can build it back up. You see.
Okay, so let me add that piece of fire. Yep, that's a Scorpio daughter. And her father was Gemini. Her father was Gemini.
Okay, Diva D, now listen. Now that's all much more.
Gosh. That's my brother, Gemini with a Scorpio moon. Full moon in Scorpio, no doubt.
Okay. Grandson, Gemini. I'm not sure what his moon and sun is. And it's like, okay, I got the waiting on him to get the school part. I just go out in the car and I said, when you come out, you come out. If you're late, you're late. I'm not rushing. I'm not pushing. So I got to find other things, because last night he was telling me, I guess a young man in his class hit him in his private parts with the ball. And he said, I want to ask, was that on purpose? And I was trying to say, why are you living in the past? And I said, okay, this ain't working. And I
No, this is Jules though, Mama Evelyn. Bump that. This is Jules. These are Jules.
Right. You got to
And
protect.
before he set it off, he just wants some clarity. He's trying
Right.
to get some understanding. Now,
okay.
if it was on purpose, you in trouble. If it's an accident, you owe me an apology. But you need to say something right now, because I'm about to make a move one way or another.
Okay. You don't get a man in schools.
Okay. I see where he's coming from now. Okay.
Mama Evelyn, I'll do his chart. You send me the info. We'll get that taken care of today.
Okay.
I love it.
Yes, help me navigate this boy.
But you know, death really means transformation and change. You know, the phoenix into the fire and out even better and stronger. So eventually, some people get hit during elementary school, some people middle school, some people adults. It's at some point where we have that moment. It might be, years or days or minutes, but we have it. Some of us once a month,
He'll be 12, June the 12th.
Okay, so I have two Geminis, and I have them at both extremes. So I have one I call Obama. He's real cool, calm, and easy, like Mama Danny's daughter, Sunita. That's her baby. If ain't nobody else, Shahan's so cool, and he's smooth. And then we got Thug Life. We got Tupac, and they're June 13th and 15th. So, baby, listen, I have a full spectrum of a whole bunch of folks and energy and stuff. So, yeah.
Look, my birthday, June the 12th.
Okay, look at you without your fabulous self.
June 4th. Y'all better chill out.
My good side love to shine. That's the best part of my good side loves to shine. That's the part.
And my boyfriend's birthday is June 2nd.
You could be in our next book about shine.
And Mama Danny, her son-in-law is June 2nd.
It's June 2nd.
Yeah.
They shining, baby. They shining.
I love the Geminis, though. I love the twin people.
Yeah, the Geminis.
Just don't mess with it. We all be all right.
What'd you say, Jacretia?
I said, just don't mess with us. Y'all be all right. I'm doing
Just let it be known, let it be said. Hey, now you brought this on yourself.
Don't bother me, I don't bother you.
Which one of y'all though? That's the problem. The one that I'm loving up on, and I get up and go to the bathroom or get a drink. When I come back, that's that evil twin there.
You do have to ride the
Now, can't have one without the other. Can't have one without the other.
I know. Yeah. Now we coming up on 9:53. Yeah. I want you to give everybody, because everybody wasn't here when you start talking about the comedy show tomorrow night. So we need for you to do your commercial. So we got all the information. We know it's in the chat, but we need to know what's going down at your mama comedy tour tomorrow night at where?
Okay. It's on Saturday.
It's on Saturday.
It's on
Saturday. At the Focus Hope.
At Focus Hope on Oakman Boulevard. The doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. And it's Yo Mama Comedy.
Yo Mama.
Baby, Mama, thank you for that. I'm gonna try to make that. That's gonna be a grand old time.
Miguel, we need to go. I'm gonna call you. Okay.
Okay, call me.
Okay.
We rolling out.
And it's 5 queens that is on there. And the headliner is your
mama. You.
It's your mama.
It be me.
You the big mama. You the big mama. Okay.
And I do want you queens to come out and support, because there are 3 queens that's on here, and this is their very first time on being on stage. They went they went to a comedy school, and this is their graduation. And so they're very, very nervous. Yeah, they're nervous, And I said, baby, I got you. I got you.
Mhm.
So we have been talking, and the host is Aria Moody. And the two of us, we's like, you just give us, a wink, a blink, a nod, a cough, or anything, and we got you. And that's what we do. Sisters supporting sisters. The tickets are $30. Please, I'll run and give everybody their tickets, and just come out and have a good time. And let those sisters know that you are not alone. Even if it, whatever you have to do, laugh anyway. Because that's what heals us. Laugh anyway.
Yes.
When you are
Laugh
sick,
anyway.
if you are depressed, laugh. Turn on a cartoon, laugh.
Yes.
If you can't get to nothing else, call me, because I promise you're gonna be laughing. I promise.
Oh, for sure. I can tell you that right now. I'm here. Listen, I want more.
Absolutely. Okay, I see a hand. Stacy, you
Go ahead.
I just wanted to real quick. My daughter, she just graduated from college from Oakland University, cum laude, and she got class. Thank you. She got class clown, and I felt like that was an honor, because especially with them having to deal with the world and how it is, she made sure to keep everybody laughing and in good spirits. So I'm so proud of her having that, because I got it also when I was but she got it in college. I got it in high school. I think it's very important to have laughter as a way of therapy. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
All right, Danny, y'all.
Okay, Queen.
You and Miguel, y'all save me a seat. I'm coming.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I also have the flyer, Queen Aduni, and he does have a space available, so I'm getting ready to pay him for that. And I can send you the flyer of the event as well, the comedy event.
Okay, baby. All right. Do you all realize that this week was our anniversary? We started Grandrising Elizabeth 1 year ago.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Every day of the week has been a year for that particular show. 1 year. So 1 year ago, Danny? 1 year ago. It was
1 year ago?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
God is good.
That is absolutely marvelous. Yeah.
Mama Daddy.
Yes.
John P said, what up?
Girl, that's my boo, Sean P, baby. Yes.
That's the promoter.
I'm sending him loads of love. Yes. I hope to see him on Saturday too.
You will.
Okay, great.
The promoter. You'll see.
Oh, I should have known. Yes. Okay.
Yep. He told me he said, when I sent out the flyer, he said, oh, that's Danny. Tell her I said, what's up?
Oh, what's up? Yes. I look forward to loving up on him tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah. And Diva, we did not we didn't promote you like I usually do, so we're gonna have you come back in the year, not in a year, and so we can really pump it out there and
yeah.
So now we know who our comedian host will be next year for the conference. We have our I'm going to just run through here right quick as to what's happening. Vending opens, and let me see, Grand Rising. I will be sharing with everybody about Welcome to Queen by Queen Aduni. I'll be doing that. And Danielle will talk about the posting and profits for profit social media. And I'm hoping that she will have exercises actually that they can do right in the midst of it. so that they can, especially if she does the one where it's the hi, hello, or something like that, where everybody will have their information as a business card on their phone, so that as they walk around, they can just share that instead of having to pass out cards. And the other thing that's good about this is, especially those who are elders or not as savvy as far as computer is concerned, while they're there, if they didn't get it, then they got all the people there to help them, because that's how they're gonna pass the information. Well, let me show you, and then they'll get it.
Right.
And
they're gonna have cyber work.
Yes. Oh, yes. Mama Razia will be out of town, so Malik is going to have the hour to himself to talk about the food co-op. And then we have a break. And Saida Murphy, she is the creator of Creatress, and working with women in particular about their business, and they're young people that are really about, you know, they have their own businesses and such, and she's a coach for that. There will be my salon and school, Everett's Natural Beauty School. We'll be doing a natural hair and fashion show. We're featuring Max Marie. She's a new designer. She's in Ann Arbor. So
oh yeah.
Oh, I would take a trip there. Yes.
And then Wrapped in Love, we'll be doing, we'll be doing head wraps and all of that. So that show is going to be really awesome. And then we're going to hang out at the marketplace as well. Then Saturday we start. Dr. Nicole Scrubs, a naturopathic doctor. She's going to talk about herbs and, you know, health and all of that kind of stuff. Lolly, Bianca, and Mama Het will be doing something around the arts, because all of them are artists and performers and such. And in particular with Bianca, she's a she's the first tap dancer on So You Think You Can Dance, and she went pretty far with it. She's an actress and all of that stuff. She's very much a character. And but I found out that she paints, and I mean, my mouth, whoa, the sister is bad. And not your everyday stuff. Anyway,
let me get up for this. Hold on.
So our canvases around during a particular part where the bowls are, she's going to paint live. The bowls and the mirror, the music is going on. She's going to also have extra easels for people to come up.
Oh wow!
And you know, down in the vending area, you can come and do that. We will be auctioning the one that she does in front of everyone. We're going to auction it off, and we'll take 25% and she'll take 75%. But she'll have others that are out there positioned around the facility that she's going to auction. Now her stuff is high, but she says she's not attached to the money. She's attached to her art being in a good home. So that's going to be really, really, really exciting. I'm going to take a break, and then Reverend Omani is going to talk about wealth consciousness, and Jacqueline Jones. And speaking of Jacqueline Jones, she had dealt with COVID for the past 3 weeks now, and she texted me yesterday saying that she went through the 10 days, and the doctor said, okay, well then you're clear. But she texted me yesterday saying that she has relapsed. So, you know, keep her in prayer, check on her and all of that stuff. You can, if you want her number.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay.
So, and then Ken Harrison is going to talk about trust. This brother is bad. the information that he gives makes you say, oh yeah, let me get this together. So he really gives some good understanding about the importance of a trust, because we're all wealthy. We're walking in that. We want to know how to take care of the money that we get and how to disperse it to the generations behind us, right? Then, we're going to go into Sam, Ray and Edwana. That's with the bowls. And I mean, they do a full presentation and the healing of all of that. And the art is she's going to create art to the music that they're playing right in front of us. And then Omani's going to come in and make the clearing for the birthing. And then Danny's going to step in and everybody's going to be it unto me. That's what Mary said when she accepted it. So we're going to accept what God has given us as the babies and those that are already here, like my 40-year-old. That's my business is 44 years old. So she is grown, but I still must tend to her just as I must tend to my son who is 43. So same thing, the whole understanding of that. So that's going to be an awesome day. Wear your white for the evening because it's a ceremonial. And the tickets are $20 or 3 for $50. So the concept is that you bring your Elizabeths, not just you come, but bring your Elizabeths. It's like there's a great party going on and you want your Elizabeth to be hanging out. Girl, we going out, we gotta go. Just like what we was doing about going to the laughing thing. I mean, she just right there, all of us felt it, said, oh, I'm going. Lakeisha said, I'm going to go and be in, just like that. That's the excitement you want to have when you invite your friends, your family. You've got to be here. You do not want to miss this. And don't be asking me, what happened? No, you should have been there. And they can come on, everybody can do both the online Zoom or physically be there. So I'm sure that some people will see it on Zoom and know what's coming up next and say, you know what, I'm about to jump out here and I'm about to go down there, and vice versa. Somebody has to leave because of whatever, and they can just jump in the car and put it on and still be at the conference.
Yes, that's dope. That's dope.
So Danny?
Yes. So the people who are be singing on Zoom, is there a charge for that? Okay.
Because they go on and they register under for the Zoom one.
Okay.
And all of them will have no, actually, yeah, all of the tickets will have the Zoom on there. The code for the Zoom.
They'll get the access. Right. Okay.
That's good. That's great. That's great.
And just to tell you, the access is the same one that we use.
Oh, that's great.
So somebody out there, I don't have it, girl. Look, it's 610.
Already in your link. Go and hit that button and go on your history.
Yeah, so and then I did want y'all to see we really are taking care of our vendors. So here's our vendors now. And if you're vending, let me show you this girl's stuff. Can I do it? I can't.
Can you double click it there in the black space?
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Wow. What's her name? Lou? Lou?
I think that's Bianca Lou. Her name is Bianca.
No, I'm looking at her name. Yeah, I'm just looking at how she signs her artwork. Lou. Below. Something. Blue. Oh, it's Blue. Blue. I got it. All right.
So yeah.
So are they still able to sign up as vendors? That's beautiful.
Yes, we have a few spots left. Yes.
And how much is the vendorship again?
It's 75 a day or 150 for the 2 days. Look at that. Look at that.
I love how it's coming off. Is the hair off the thing? That's beautiful.
Yeah, she got those things, and then we have
hey.
And
who is that? Who is that?
I know those. I recognize those people.
Yeah, we know people.
Iwana's been practicing some form of body works longer than that. We came up with the name Integrated Energies because integrating all of the things that we do therapeutically, we just decided that all the elements in nature are healing elements. And so we just use them and we integrate them in what we do with our gifts given from the universe. Most of what we're doing now is sound therapy. We're using crystal bowl, brass bowl, crystal pyramids, and gong. All of these elements, all of these forms of instruments that we use have direct effect on the body. Frequencies, notes, all of these things are tuned to our bodies naturally. This is what we're made of. We're made up of frequencies, energy, electricity, sound. And so we use all of these elements together, integratedly so, to help well-being, disease, calming effects, energizing effects, all of the things that we need to have happen to us on a day-to-day, minute-to-minute basis. Hi,
yep, so we got it going on, y'all. You got it going on. And
so
also,
Queen,
Adwana, are you still here? Yes, you are. Please send our love to your husband, to
yes,
father passing.
Thank you so much.
Oh.
So you see what we got here. You know, here's Natural Living, here's Lakeisha. You can hit hers and go right to her website to find out what she's got and bring your money ready to do business with her. So if you are a vendor and I don't have your link, that's the only reason why it ain't up there.
Hey Queen, and Idwana. So if we have singing bowls at home, can we bring ours from home?
Oh yes, I would love that. Please.
Yeah, my bowl need to go on a date. So she going on a date. We're gonna take her on a date. Yes.
Oh, and the other thing, in honor of Mother's Day, we want all of you to send pictures of your mom. You can send it to our website. I mean, our thing. I'll put it on there, which is elizabethvisionaries@gmail.com. My brother is doing a poem to honor the mothers, and we want all of our mothers' pictures on the PowerPoint that's going to be scrolling while he does that.
Thank you.
So we want you to send that. Star is going to create that presentation, and the lights will be down and all that stuff. And what Bridget is creating is like, whoa, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So I just wanted to give you kind of a preview so you know how to geek your friends up to come. And Mama Het and Lolly and Bianca, we need to talk so we can create your hour.
Okay.
Any questions, any comments?
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee, that's all I got to say. Ooh-wee.
I love your mandala.
If you don't have your t-shirt, you need to get your t-shirt. And that's it. That's it.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Well, I'm looking for another opportunity to get that t-shirt. I'm still working on that. Haven't been able to successfully connect, but thanks for mentioning that because I want it.
Okay, well, you can at least connect with Star, and she's going to send all of it in. Go ahead, Star. What were you going to say?
What about next Friday's show? We'll be at the conference.
making sure everything is ready to start?
Well, they'll be there walking around with me and Danny or whoever, hey, the show we'll figure it out.
It's a week from today.
Yeah,
We'll already be in conference at 10:14. We will already be doing the thing.
Yeah, 8 o'clock at 8 to 10. Yeah, I know I'll be down there.
We need to get there about 7.
No, it doesn't start until 12.
We can set up the night before.
Yes. And
you
can come and set up the night before. Yeah.
I will be there at 8 o'clock because I set up the day of. I will be there at 8 o'clock because I set up the day of. My day before is prep day. So I'll be there first thing in the morning on Friday.
Bridget.
Hey, let me come on. Let me show my face.
Yeah, where you are. I need to see you are.
Do you need some help? Somebody to come out there where you are and help you for the prep stuff?
Yeah, because I've got linens to carry in and and whatever else the Holy Spirit drops in me. Because like I said, things happen when I'm in decor mode. It can change at a moment.
Even D is saying goodbye. Hold on,
Bye, Diva.
hold on, Bridget. All right, thank you. Okay, Bridget, sorry about that.
So yeah, it can. I'll need a hand.
I think
that morning. So my plan is to be there about 8 o'clock in the morning, just so I can make sure that everything is right and ready.
Okay. Do you need somebody the night before?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. Mama Het?
Yeah, I'll probably be available. So I'm gonna definitely check and get back with you for sure.
Okay, all right. And as far as the chairs being moved onto the stage, we're gonna have to check in with them to see, are they moving those the night before, or are they moving them the day of? Are we gonna have to do that?
The night before, they probably, because they won't have anything going on. Right. Yeah, so the stage is gonna look really nice, and we're gonna be Oprah-fied,
Yes, we're gonna be Oprah-fied. This is truly all about a relaxing conversation. Even though it is a conference, the whole atmosphere is a sister circle. This is you sitting with your girlfriends and we having conversation. So we are taking the Elizabeth conference from the apartment kitchen. We're taking it. We're taking it on the road. And so,
Stacey, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
That is the atmosphere. Thank you for coming. That is the atmosphere and the intention. That's the intention being set.
Okay, cool. So, I know it's going to be wonderful. Awesome. Bring your young ladies, bring your, I sent a text to my granddaughter, and I got to get my nieces and stuff because they need to be around around this kind of wisdom and be touched. And yeah. Give yourself a big hug.
Mama, what time is rehearsal? 7 to 9? At the spot.
At the shop. Anybody's welcome. You want to come through, hang out, you're welcome to come. Love you, and peace and prosperity, and what else you want? Good sex.
Yay!
May is masturbation month.
Hey.
May is masturbation month.
Oh. No problem. No problem.
Wait, I was about to tell Lolly, you're gonna have to pick one of them guys, but now you said that. You can just be by yourself then. What the hell?
Be by
Learn
yourself.
yourself.
Learn yourself.
The whole subject. I love it.
Set the whole atmosphere. That's right.
Take you a bath, honey. Take a bath.
Come on now with it. Woo!
Bye, y'all. See you tonight or Monday or whatever. Laugh out loud.